Hey guys, this is Kirob speaking, and today we are in Alina of the Arena, which is a small game by a small indie studio called PINIX from Taiwan, and they are part with this title of the Game Development World Championships. And they, Game Development World Championships, kindly gave me a key to the game to try it out and show it to you. So why not do exactly that? At this point, I've spent some 10 hours in the game and really enjoyed them, because otherwise it wouldn't have been 10 hours by now. What is this game even? Well, it is something, think Slay the Spire. It is a tactical deck building game with even more tactics elements than Slay the Spire, as you are actually fighting with your deck on a 2D grid or hexagonal grid of tiles in the arenas, and that is where the title comes in. And you're progressing through the game, kind of like in Slay the Spire. It does have some extra spice to it, it does have an equipment system as well, and overall just seems really good. I have so far pretty much just scratched the surface when it comes to build depth, and we are today going to try out one of those, and hopefully get a little deeper than my last one. So let's get started and let's take a look. We are going to play as the warrior. There are plenty of different classes in the game, and most of them are locked at the start. You're starting with the slave. It starts basically empty-handed and all naked. And then the warrior is unlocked after a few. And we're going to play that one. Seems to be pretty solid. Battle-hardened is the special feature of that class. Starts out with a rusty longsword, not the best in the world. It is a fatigue-generating weapon, and we're going to talk more about that in a little bit. Let's confirm this. We're going to play on veteran difficulty, and let's talk about difficulty for a sec, because it's so important in a game like this. Just like Slay the Spire, this game feels not super tough, but extremely rewarding when you pull something off. And it does so really well. It has a good flow to it. That's probably why I have been playing so much so far. Anyway, we are going to try it out on veteran difficulty. I'm going to mess up a lot, so keep that in mind. I'm definitely not a good player in this game, but I'm going to try to give you a good show and the audience a good show, which is an important mechanic. More on that once we enter the arena. And there we are. The first level, Slave Arena. So this is working in the following way. Think again, Slay the Spire. We have to map our way to the final boss of the arena, of this arena. There are 3 arenas in the game, and then after that you can fight the mega boss if you choose to do so. First up, we get to the mystery shop, which is kind of like the whale in Slay the Spire, where the roguelite elements are coming in, or roguelike elements. And that is, we have a certain number of points that we can spend to get some cards or some other effects. And these are equipment. And also, we had to unlock with these points prior to this some equipment slots. Those are already unlocked in this case, but now let's take a look at how we could start our build out. And of course, I have a bit more knowledge about this than likely you have, unless you've played the game. So let's take a look. We do have a focused-based approach. Focus is giving you a lot more damage if you build that up. So you can, in these excellent tooltips, which just give you all the information that you need on everything. This game is quite easy to learn, very hard to master, it seems. You do get the description there. So the next combat attack you do deals 1 extra damage per focus point you have. And at that point, that focus vanishes, I believe. So you gain 2 focus at the start of the turn with this weapon, but you're going to lose it on the first attack. So 2 extra damage on your first attack. That sounds pretty cool. Zweihander, I've not seen that one before. That one is a much more crowd control-y thing, as this one attacks an area that is 3 tiles. It's pretty big, so you can really smash your way through crowds of enemies like no problem. And that's also a pretty good starting weapon. But this one has the effect that every time you'd do an attack with this one, it adds a fatigue card, which you also see on screen, like there, when I hover over it. It does nothing, it just blocks your deck, but you can remove it if you play it for 1 energy. Energy is quite important. You have only 3 energy points as you start out, and you can have a 4th point as you get, for example, the Turtle Charm. Well, this one gains you 1 per turn, but you receive some bad aspects as well. Increase cost of all movement cards by 1. Yeah, that kind of hurts. But that one goes away as well, so you lose the shackles. 3 shackles means for 3 turns, you're going to be shackled, and you will spend more for movement. And those are the first 3 turns of the combat, so that's a pretty harsh penalty. But at the same time, you gain Hardy at the start of the fight, which gains you more block points, so you can also block more damage. It's cool. It's cool. Okay, but now, what approach do we go for? My last playthrough, well, I did defeat the final arena, but not the final boss. It just smashed me. I did play with an area of effect. That was a lot of fun. I had loads and loads of fatigue in my deck, which I couldn't really deal with effectively because I didn't make the correct choices building my deck. But now I'm going to try out a different approach. Let's take a look at this weapon and how it plays. This is a more single target focused approach, and let's see how that works out. We're going to put that in here. It's a 2-hander, which means that both right and left hand are occupied with this weapon now. And this means that left hand and right hand cards will play the same way. You can have single-handed weapons, and 2 of them you can dual wield, and then you have to play right hand and left hand attacks and guards and whatnot in like specifically to what is in there. That makes it a lot more complex, but potentially also a lot more rewarding. So we're going to keep it like this. And am I really going for the Turtle Charm? I don't think that really fits the katana. We want to be very mobile and go around and just smash people in the face and then disappear. Movement is extremely important and very difficult in this game. Much more difficult than I thought it would be. So let's take a look at these others and figure out if... Oh. Well, okay, I should have checked out this one. Fatigue costs 0. So you could play all fatigue cards if you wanted to. I've already decided, though, that I'm not going to go for fatigue. This would have been a very interesting play. And you know what? We're going to re-roll this one. Restock. Boom. Oh, dog. Oh, wow. Yeah. Hell yeah. That's a good one. So, what we see here is a few more weapons. A massive greatsword. Deal knockback. On request, you can turn this on or off, these specials. That's cool. Battle axe, and this one is another katana. Also focus weapons, which we already have in there. Alright, cool. But we do have the dog charm here. Gain 1 energy each turn. That's massive. And equipped weapons cannot be swapped during fights. We're not planning to swap anything here. So, we're not that advanced. Let's go ahead and... Oh, these are also nice. Ah, man. Hard choice, but yes, we're going with this one. And now can't do anything else. Fire Surge, Breathing Technique, gain 5 block, return a card from your discard pile to your draw pile. Actually, if we are not playing a fatigue-focused thing, then this one is actually pretty good. It's 5 block and draw 1 card for the cost of 1. It's decent enough. Let's pick that one, and let's go. So we just closed the shop, and mystery shop is done. And now, you probably are wondering, after all this prep talk and babbling, could we please get into a fight already, Kirob? The answer is yes. So we have to fight 5 fights in order to unlock the champion, and that will conclude that stage of the arena. So we're going to go into a fight, and now I wish I had area damage. But I think we can deal with this regardless. The warrior has the ability to play these guard cards, which add block, for free if you have more than a certain number of cards in your hand. Very powerful. But I think... Oh, I should also explain. Initiative is always the card that you have right at the start of each turn, and it only can be played as the first action on a turn. This one would allow us to roll away. But I'm not going to roll away, I'm going to jump away, because we have Ground Slam, which has... that one adds fatigue. But we can play that. We can eliminate it from the deck if we don't want to have that. This is quite powerful because it allows you to jump 2 tiles. 2 tiles is a lot of movement in this game. So, and the best part about it is that you can use it. It costs 2. It eliminates the first play card, adds a fatigue, but you jumped 2 and we haven't lost anything. And that is because that card actually returns all the energy used if you hit an enemy. So if you use it to bail out of a fight, you use the energy. But if you use it to get into a fight, then you are conserving the energy. And now we have brought this guy down to 16 health out of his 20. And he is going to strike around this area. If we are in this general area close to him, he would strike us with 5 damage. Very clear UI, easy to pick up on, pretty cool. So now what we're going to do is, let's see. Do we have, there we have our focus. We do have the Battle Hardened. Gain 1 block for every 5 cards in your deck at the start of each turn. That is part of the warrior. And then we have our Dog Charm. So this is our equipment or status effects that are being displayed here. This is the amount of gold that we have. Combo meter, equipment slots, and an extra slot here for equipment as well, for temporary equipment. And then we have our left hand and right hand. And these are the cards that we have drawn, of course. Energy meter, draw pile. We can always check our draw pile and our discard pile. Or exhaust pile, sorry. That is the discard pile. So, of course, difference between exhaust and discard is just that exhausted cards are not going to be able to be drawn anymore, while the discard piles are being shuffled back into your draw deck, into your draw pile, as you have used up your draw pile. So, very much like Slay the Spire there. But now, we need to make short work of this little skeleton slave fighter. Is he a skeleton? Very much looks like a skeleton. So, boom, there we go. That was more damage, because we had our focus, which we just spent. But he only has 7 life left, as if I had planned that out. I haven't, but it turned out nice. I forgot about that. And there you go. Yes, incredible. What is this about, you ask? Well, we just landed a... free combo hits, and the crowd loves this stuff, and they just threw us an energy drink. Hyper focus. Okay. You can pick up anything you see in the arena and use it, so that's pretty cool. These doggies here are probably going to move closer to me next turn, so what I'm just going to do is play this one. We don't want fatigue in our deck, and call it a turn. There we go. Oh yeah. Block, focus, we need to eliminate them. So, what do we do? War Cry, very good. That gives us 50% increased damage for 1 turn. Is that enough? I think it will be for the first one. So we don't want to, do we want to move? Let's move. We move to there. We play the War Cry. We strike this one down. And... then what? Probably could have dealt with both. Maybe. Maybe. Let's, this is from our draw pile. Oh, no. Okay. Return a card from your discard pile to your draw pile. So I actually read this completely wrong. And you've probably been shouting at your screen already. Screaming at your screen, even, that I read this wrong. So breathing technique, gain 5 block, return a card from your discard pile to your draw pile. Okay, is that the last used card? Let's try it out. Oh, okay, well that is quite powerful. I'm going to return this one. There you go. So if I have a draw card in hand, I can just use this to cycle my cards into my hand again. Very powerful. Alright, I'm happy with this. I just add some more block and that's fine. I'm going to lose it. After each turn, you lose your block. So, easy kill here. We do have our focus gained again. And Walk Riot, deal 13 damage and just poof him away. There you go. And now, how happy is the crowd? Nah. It wasn't too spectacular, was it? No. But they're throwing money at us, and that is how we gain money. It's not this amount, this is... stand your ground. Ooh. No, we are not going to be surrounded. This would be a good card to use for an area of effect deck. Deflect, on the other hand. What is the upgrade path for this one? 22. This is too expensive. I think that's too expensive. Payback, not really something that we want either. So I think I'm going to skip this one. Energy drink? Yeah, why not? Attacks do not deplete focus this turn. That is a good one. Hyper focus. So we can just put this into our equipment belt. So, and this one, yeah, that can be left on the ground. So now, we gained 31 from the audience. Not enough to do anything specific with that, but let's have a look. Let's do the event first. Oh, that's interesting. So, quite like some of the events in Slay the Spire, these are also very impactful, and these choices are interesting. So, lose 10 max HP points and gain an additional card draw each turn. I think I'm going to take this one. This is amazing. More strength, increase damage dealt by 1 permanently. That's also pretty big. But I don't think it's as good as the extra card draw. Or deeper insight here, increase the limit of cards in your hand by 2. I don't think we're going to run into this problem with our deck that I have in mind. Like focus. Focus deck. The doubled up focus there. So greater agility we take. That was an interesting event right there. Now, let's take a look at our deck and see if we want to upgrade something. An upgraded War Cry would be interesting to have. An upgraded Ground Slam? I don't think so. Or that has... Wait a second. Forcibly knockback target. Possibly knockback target. Okay, that's the same. Deal 2 damage plus additional damage. Oh. For each block to all surrounding units. Okay, so this one has an area of effect built into it, while this one is single target. That is interesting. Why am I checking these upgrades? Well, we can meditate. And when you... No, it's not when you meditate. You can create a card when you meditate. And you can upgrade cards when you are resting. You can either train or rest. When you rest, you regain HP. And when you train, you can upgrade a card of your choosing. So what am I going to do? I think it is time to use both of these and create a card. Just see if we can get something. Switching is switching the color slot. Very important to those who are to use 2 weapons at the same time, or a shield and a sword, something like that. But what we are going to do is create a card. And full on attack, self-exhaust. That's a big one. Repel. Gain 1 counter. When attacked, deal back damage equal to remaining block for 1 turn. We're not a block-focused deck either. So maybe it is the full-on attack that we want to use. But I think I'm going with another Ground Slam because moving around is so important. So, mobility, confirm this one. Now let's use the other one and create another one. What do we get? Battle Stance? blind. Wind up is amazing. Deal double damage with your next attack. Can be massive. Battle stance. Let's see. Gain 2 poised and 2 light-footed. Next initiative you play costs 0. So for the next 2 turns... Oh, this one is exhausted. Okay, let's see the upgrade path. Oh, it takes away the exhaust. That's big. Blind is very good if you are a brawler, because it makes the enemy weaker. And shield charge is, as you would expect, for a shield-focused build. So not something that we do. I think dealing a lot of damage would be nice, but also moving about is nice. If we, though, move around mainly with jumping about, we never really spend energy on that. Sometimes you have to combine that, though, because enemies are either farther away or you need to get out of somewhere. So I would love to take this one, though. What was the upgrade? Yeah, it's costing nothing. Yes, that's big. Light-footed. I think we go for... It not costing anything is right now. What was poised? 1 additional card next turn. More card draw. That is beneficial to us, considering that we already have a lot of extra energy thanks to the dog charm that we have on ourselves. So let's go for the battle stance. But now, we have no money, so no need to go to the shop. Let's unlock this one, because it does get us the event as well if we want to. So let's start that one. That's a lot of enemies. Let's see what we can do here. I could jump away into these guys, and would be a little rough in there. So this one tries to immobilize me the next turn. And this here, is preparing an attack. Okay, I think I know what I want to do. So if I move over there with my first move, I still have... there's no attack coming in. I can kill this guy because I have 2 strikes. First one deals 10. The second one will deal 8 damage because we lose our 2 focus. So yeah, let's do this and play... No, wait a second. Do we want to play this? Don't need to, because there's no damage incoming. So that's fine. So let's just kill this guy like that. And that was something we wanted to put onto our deck again, because we do need attacks. And we do have a few in here, quite a few. But we do need enough to actually get that guy down here, the acid toad, down next turn. Hopefully we are getting, or drawing rather, the ground slam for that to be moving there. We don't have to, because we can also initiative roll to there. But he will fire off a pretty nasty attack after next turn. So let's see. These guys are lagging behind, so this is all good. And let's go. There, yeah. Area of... Oh. Let's see if that does anything. Well, we are rolling into position and just smash the shit out of him. Do we even need to? Yeah, let's... Oh, I know what. Yeah, we are going to... next initiative play costs 0. Yes, okay. So we're going to smash you. We do have the war cry. Have to use that. Yep, okay. Use this. Just smash this one. And I could jump somewhere, but I'm not. And just play it like this. It's fine. They're going to get into range. And then I can roll somewhere like there and take care of the... Wow. That's a lot of card draw. I like it. 6 damage. So we're basically immune to that damage. And this one, we have so much striking power right now. We can just nuke them down. Like, look at that. We're not going to receive any damage, so I don't need to really do anything there. So get another card, put another strike on there, because we do need strikes to strike them down. That's enough strikes for the next turn. Got to plan it out a little, after all. Even on these low levels, it's, of course, advisable to not suck completely and make silly mistakes where you lose life and such. One thing, though. These items that are lying around, apart from the rocks, of course, are later going to be offered to you after the fight, if it was successful, to pick up for your inventory. So we don't have to pick them up during the match or the fight. We can do so afterwards. Okay, now get into place. Draw all the... Is that enough? I think so. Otherwise, it's just 6 damage, which we can easily block. Yeah, 13. Smack that, and there's another 10, and we got it. So, fight 1. Easy. Oh, yes! Oh, yes! That is so satisfying. Ooh. Yeah. So, after each fight, you're going to be offered a certain number of cards. That can vary depending on your modifiers as well. But, Brand. Apply 4 damage, apply 1 pyrophobia. Yeah, if you play a pyromancer, that's amazing. But we've already looked at this card, and it is amazeballs. So we're going to take that one. Double damage is cool. Here you have the spear potion, gain 2 pierce. That is going to be important for some enemies, especially elites who have shields. So that's going to be good. And this one we just get rid of. And I think this is a really good spot, in terms of length at least, for the episode to end. And in the next one, we're definitely going to progress to the final boss of this arena. And this will be a little series. I want to see how far we can get, and it's a fun game too, so it's good for me to be playing this. Little different to working on bug finding and automation and stuff. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and see you guys next time.